Thanks, Minister. Leader of the Opposition.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I want to thank the Minister for her contribution, her tribute to Stephen Cat Coore. Well researched and very appropriate. I too want to join the other members of the House in welcoming two of his sons and other relatives here who are participating through watching the proceedings on this historic occasion where the House pays tribute to one of Jamaica's finest musical sons. Madam Speaker, we on this side have an additional connection in the sense that his father, Honorable David Coore, is a former chairman of the People's National Party, former member of parliament, former minister of finance, and deputy prime minister, as has been said. And I want in that context to also convey our condolences formally in this setting to the family of Cat Coore. Cat Coore was a consummate musician, a very versatile musician. He was best known, of course, as a lead guitarist, but he was also a virtuoso on the cello. I've seen a recording of him playing Nassum Dorma with A.J. Brown singing that famous Italian song, which was a theme song for the Italia 90 World Cup. But he was also a great songwriter and was responsible for either individually or collaboratively penning and writing numerous songs for Third World over the years, many of which became household hits. And he was a good singer. There are songs that he sang for Third World, certainly verses that he sang as effectively a lead singer, but very good with harmonies as well. So we're talking about someone who took the music, Jamaican popular music, to another level. And Third World was always very experimental. That was what was so exciting about them. You know, not only their music, and their music was always very experimental. Fusion, from roots reggae through to dancehall, fusions with jazz, fusions with R&B and soul, classical aspects to their music and so on. They were unique and are, I would say, because I don't know what the future will bring, but up to the present, you know, there have been several iterations of Third World, but Cat has been in each iteration, from when Prilly Hamilton was the original vocalist, I believe, through to the period of Ruggs. Ruggs was really perhaps the lead singer most associated with the sound of Third World. Into more recent times, I think A.J. Brown has been singing for them, and of course, he's a great singer as well. So that versatility was also combined with live performances that brought a new level of creativity to concert performances. You may remember things like explanitations. I was too young at the time to be permitted to attend and watch those shows, but friends of mine in the community that I grew up in on the university campus on College Common attended, and it was always described as a phenomenal experience, the way in which the concept album was taken into the concept performance and brought a unique dispensation to how Jamaican popular music, and reggae in particular, could be portrayed live. As has been said, Third World has produced some of the genre's classics. And sometimes those classics were written and performed exclusively by Third World. Sometimes there were collaborations with some great international artists. And the respect that they carried was recognized across the globe. They were an international outfit and had international respect. On a personal level, I knew Cat fairly well. He was a lover of cricket, as am I, and there are many occasions when I would buck him up at Sabina Park to watch Test cricket, and we would sometimes sit beside each other and have good conversations about cricket, but also about music and the culture. He is a revered figure in Jamaican popular culture because the tenure of his career is so long. As has been said, he started when he was 12 or 13 and continued for perhaps 50, 60 decades, years, 50, 60 years, 5 or 6 decades as a leading light. And many of us have had the honor of and joy of watching him perform in various fora, whether it be on the stage, at Reggae Sunsplash, year after year, or in other venues, indoors and so on, including his proficiency on the cello. I last saw and embraced and spoke with Cat 2 days before his passing. Yes, because I was at the funeral for one of our former members and senators, Wickham McNeil's mother, who was a former councillor too, I believe, of the QNN division. And Cat attended the funeral. And after, when we were leaving the church, it was at University Chapel. So the last time I saw him was there. He and I encountered and we had a brief but very pleasant chat saying we must get together and talk. That wasn't to be, but I feel very privileged that I had that final encounter with him, and it was such a pleasant sharing, albeit brief. So Jamaica has lost one of its great musicians, one of its great cultural ambassadors, and someone who any of us who knew him personally would feel we were very lucky to have had the opportunity to share those personal experiences with him. Condolences again to his family, his children, and all we can say, may his soul rest in peace. What good, my brethren.
Minister Grange, hold a moment, please. There's a contribution being made by